Good afternoon. My name is Don Larson, and recently I got in the market to buy a new house. As I'm sure all of you might be thinking about how you're gonna, invest your money when you go home. The first thing I did when I decided that I was going to buy a house is decided that I need to know how much money I can afford to spend on a house. So I filled out an Excel spreadsheet. This Excel spreadsheet had all of my expenses. When I finished filling out this Excel spreadsheet and saw how much money I actually had left to spend on a new house, to say the least, I was rather unhappy. So one by one I started going through the expenses and seeing if I could slash them. The one that I would like to speak about today is very important in Minnesota, the state I live in, is your energy bill, the cost to heat and cool your house. Initially I wasn't concerned about this, mainly because I didn't think that I had any way to affect this. It was going to be solely dependent on how large or small of a house that I had. But I went online to try to figure out how much it would actually cost me to heat or cool a house, and I came across a website called Alliant Energy GeoThermal Exchange.com and found an amazing system that actually uses the temperature of the earth below the frost line to cycle a fluid through tubes, which essentially works like a refrigerator, and it works to heat, cool, and uses additional energy to run a water heater system in your house. Now during the winter it actually pulls heat from the ground and puts it in your house, and during the summer it actually pulls heat from your house and sticks it back in the ground. All the information that I found on this is very promising, and I'd like to share that with you, and I think that you'll be sold as I am. There's 5 things that you need to think about when you're looking at how you're going to supply this heating and cooling to your house. The first and the most important one is safety. Is this system going to be safe for you, your family? Are you going to have to be concerned about the effects that it's going to have on your house, plants, pets? The next most important thing in my opinion is installation, since this is the amount of money that you're going to have to provide up front to have this system put in. Next, you need to think about the operation costs, which is the month-to-month bills that you will receive based on how much energy or fuel you're using to run the system. Next, you need to consider maintenance. How much does it cost to conduct the standard scheduled maintenance on this, and how problematic is the equipment that you're putting into your house? Find out from other people, how much they've spent over the course of time to keep this system running. Finally, comfort is of course very important. Is you and your family going to be comfortable with how this system keeps your house warm or cold, and are there other problems that you might have with it? Now, this system, in my opinion, achieves a high level of success in each of these areas. As far as safety is concerned, it puts absolutely no CO2 into your house, which CO2 is poisonous, and from gas furnaces and such, it has been reported to cause an average of 1,500 deaths in the United States from poisoning, and reported at an average of 10,000 illnesses caused by this. Also, many of these illnesses aren't reported because doctors think that person has the flu or something normal, when actually it is caused by CO2 poisoning. Another thing, since for the same reason you don't have CO2, the system is not a fire hazard. Since it doesn't use an open flame or a combustion to operate, there's no fire in the house, therefore your risk of starting your house on fire is much lower. The next thing that it satisfies is your installation cost, which the initial installation cost of a geothermal exchange system is higher, and although most companies don't want to reveal how much it costs because it's extremely dependent on the situation, although the system is very you can put it in literally any type of house with any type of system, but what your house has on it and its ability to, say, the different soil types and how far they have to dig can cause a lot of variances in the price. The overall installation, though, is well paid back in the amount of money that this system saves you, which brings us into the operating cost. Now, the operating cost is 2.5 to 4 times cheaper than your standard combustion furnace. It can be as low as $1 a day, which, if you think about how much you actually pay for energy in your house on average, is a considerable amount lower. Due to this operating cost, the system is generally paid off within 7 years. And then after that, of course, this money that you're saving just goes into your pocket, into your savings, or whatever you want to do. And of course, this saves you money on your heating, your cooling, and heating your water. Maintenance is another high point of this system, which the maintenance is relatively easy. And the warranties on the system for, say, the underground tubing that they use to transfer heat from the ground usually has a warranty of around 50 years, whereas the unit itself has a warranty of 30 years. You'll have a hard time finding that with conventional operating systems. And just a little bonus of this system, it's also environment friendly. The EPA rated this system as being the most environment friendly, energy efficient, and cost effective system that you can buy. These systems have been put in since the 1970s, and since then 750,000 of them have been put in. And between all these systems, they estimate that the amount of greenhouse gases that have been put into the air have been reduced by the equivalent to taking 1 million cars off the street. After 40 years of use, 95% of the customers that invested in the system are happy with it and would suggest it to their friends and family. Now, I want you to envision getting your monthly bill and seeing that it is considerably lower than what you are hearing from your friends and family. I want you to think about how you would feel knowing that you're doing something good. I want you to think about how much money this investment can potentially make you, since it will raise your property value proportionally. Most people generally get about 60 to 70% of the installation cost, which if you live in your house for 3 years after you install this system, you're pretty much guaranteed to break even, if not make money off of it. So it's definitely good. What I would like you to do is go and look at the Alliant Energy website, look at the Energy Star website and the Environmental Protection Agency websites, as well as GeoThermal Exchange Consortium websites, and look at this information for yourself. Don't trust me. You'll find all these facts in there. You'll find even more things to entice you, such as state and federal tax breaks for putting in these systems, as well as electricity discounts from your energy company for actually using systems that are environment friendly, as well as using electricity more. You'd be surprised what kind of discounts. Talk to your bank. Talk to them about an energy mortgage, which most states offer. I'm convinced if you do this, you'll be very happy at your lower bills, and you will join the 95% of the people out there that are very happy with their systems. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.
Thank you, Don. Thank you.